The O'Reilly Factor's on tonight.
There may be reasons I don't run, but there's no obvious reason for me why I think I should not run.
Looks like Vice President Biden going to run for president, and Barack Obama may well endorse him. Obviously not good news for Hillary Clinton. We have the inside story tonight.
Where they're like, we need limbs, but no hands and feet need to be attached.
More barbarity from the company STEM Express, which sells body parts of aborted babies. Why isn't this outfit being investigated?
I guess at the end of the day, it is somewhat of a hustle.
Also ahead, New York City may be the topless capital of the world. Is there anything wrong with that? John Stossel will weigh in. Caution, you are about to enter the no-spin zone. Factor begins right now. Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks for watching us tonight. Joe Biden for president. That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. With the FBI now investigating Hillary Clinton's email shenanigans, Vice President Biden, 72 years old, ramping up to challenge her for the Democratic presidential nomination. So how do we know this? First, Mr. Biden met with President Obama yesterday, and somehow it leaked out that the president has no problem with old Joe making the run. In fact, Mr. Obama has sent a very public signal.
The president does plan to vote in the Illinois primary, and that ultimately it will be Democratic voters who are responsible for choosing the Democratic nominee. I wouldn't rule out the possibility of an endorsement in the Democratic primary.
Now that's big, as President Obama's standing in the Democratic Party is immense. The president and the vice president are close personal friends. It's almost inconceivable Mr. Obama would not endorse Joe Biden over Hillary Clinton, with whom he has a distant relationship. Also, Mr. Biden has been meeting with advisors, money men, Democratic stalwarts like Senator Elizabeth Warren. If he does run, Biden will have to announce soon. Talking Points believes he will be in the race. That being said, once he does commit, he'll be hammered, and there's plenty of ammunition.
In Delaware, the largest growth in population is Indian Americans moving from India. You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking.
Romney wants to he said in the first 100 days, he's going to let the big banks once again write their own rules. Unchain Wall Street. They're going to put you all back in chains. I am very optimistic about Iraq. I think it's going to be one of the great achievements of this administration.
Wrong. As we all know, Iraq's one of the great disasters of the Obama administration. However, to be fair, all politicians, pundits, American citizens have said dopey things. All of us are guilty of that. Now, as far as Hillary Clinton is concerned, things may get even worse. The email evidence made public so far, pretty much enough to indict her on a misdemeanor national security beef. If the FBI discovers she had her email server professionally scrubbed, the former Secretary of State could be looking at a felony charge. Bottom line, any charges against Hillary Clinton will take her out of the race, and Joe Biden knows it. So we have high drama, and the presidential contest is just getting started. That's the memo now for Top Story Tonight Reaction. Joining us from Los Angeles, Matt Littman. Sorry, Matt.
That's okay.
Former speechwriter for Vice President Biden. And here in New York City, Dr. Jeannie Zaino, political science professor at Iona College. Where am I going wrong, Professor?
Well, you know, I don't think you're necessarily going wrong on this. I do think that Hillary Clinton is suffering from real fatigue this summer. People are really frustrated and really fed up. And I think the most shocking moment in this campaign on the Democratic side so far was when Josh Earnest came out and made that statement yesterday. To imagine that Obama would send that signal on purpose out is amazing. So I think that could really change the tide. And I was saying Biden wasn't going to run about a month ago. Now I think he may very well make a go of it. It's going to be an uphill battle for him, though.
All right. Now, you know him, Mr. Littman, having worked for him. I said, Monica Crowley predicted this last week, and I said, you know what? I think President Obama is going to sit it out, not go one way or the other, because of John Podesta, who is a vicious, as you know, infighter. He did work for President Obama, and now he's running Hillary Clinton's campaign. So if Obama tilted, Podesta could hurt Obama. He knows a lot of stuff about him. So I didn't think that Obama would be getting in, but as Professor just said, it's pretty clear that Barack Obama is sending out little signals he'd rather see Biden and Hillary. Do you read it that way?
No, and I don't agree with a lot of your premise about John Podesta, but I also don't believe that the president will endorse. There's really nothing in it for him. I think that the president does like Hillary.
Why would a guy like Josh Earnest, who rarely says anything in a declarative sentence, why would he say that?
He did. That wasn't very declarative, Bill. All he said was he won't rule it out. And by the way, Biden may not be in the race. And if it's Hillary against Bernie Sanders, he's probably going to endorse Hillary. If it's Hillary against Biden, I don't think Obama's going to make an endorsement.
But let's not forget, Ernest also came out yesterday and said the best thing Barack Obama ever did politically was to nominate Joe Biden as vice president. And the question
there are all
was
kinds of stuff coming up. But you know how this works, Matt. I mean, look, there's leaks.
He has.
There's leaks coming out. I mean, nobody had to know about the Biden-Obama meeting. I mean, you know, it's a private meeting. They see each other all the time. This was leaked out. Now, there's no difference that I can see.
Bill,
yes?
Bill, the Biden folks can leak that out. And the Biden, you guys talk about Biden met with Elizabeth Warren. Hillary met with Elizabeth Warren. Bernie Sanders met with Elizabeth Warren. I mean, the Biden folks are clearly leaking out some of this information.
Yeah, but you're saying that he might not run, and I'm saying that he's going to run because they wouldn't be leaking it out if he wasn't.
No, but I think what it's going to come down to, Bill, and I'm sure you're going to ask about this, is money. I mean, Biden has to be able to raise enough money to be able to compete with Hillary.
He'll get in before the money flow starts and hope that he gets the money train. But there really isn't any difference between Hillary and Biden policy-wise. I don't see any difference. Do you?
I don't see a big difference between the two of them.
Party apparatchik. Do you see any difference?
No, there's really not much difference. And that's a problem. And that's part of what this uphill battle. It's not only money, it's not only staff, it's what does the path forward. And let's not forget, Hillary Clinton still has double-digit leads in the polls.
Yeah,
I mean,
but if she's indicted, that's going to all evaporate. But there is one big difference. I don't think Mrs. Clinton has ever been to a Dunkin' Donut or 7-Eleven, so she doesn't know the Indian factor.
Yeah. Well, I can't speak to that.
So there might be a difference.
Yeah.
You know, Biden's a nicer, comes across as a nicer guy than Hillary Clinton comes across as a nicer woman. However, I must say that I know people who are friends with Hillary Clinton, and they say that she is a very nice woman in private. But certainly in public, there's Joe. He's a hugger. He's a massager. He's a backpack. You know, he just comes across as a really affable guy up against kind of this frosty Hillary Clinton thing. That's going to help Biden, is it not, Matt?
Well, I do think that Biden comes across as a happy warrior, as people like to say. And Hillary, I think that, look, Hillary has an incredible background, an incredible amount of achievement. So does Biden. Hillary right now, she's doing, in Iowa right now, Hillary is up on by I think 40 points on Biden right now in Iowa. So if I were Hillary right now, I wouldn't be too concerned about the Biden thing. But as a Democrat,
sure they are.
I think it'd be. I think it would be great if Bill. I think that would be great if Biden ran.
Yeah,
right now,
it would be good because I'd like to see what the difference is. As we both pointed out, we don't know any differences. But it all comes down to this. I think Hillary Clinton has the money and the power, Professor, to win the primary if she is not indicted. All right, if she is not. However, you know, the noises we're hearing is pretty damn serious right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's partly why the Biden team is sending out these signals.
No
they
doubt
want to
about
say
it.
that they're there should she start to falter, that he could potentially step in, and he would be, again, very similar to her.
I think he's going to do it anyway. I think he's going to do it, and he's going to do it soon. But we will see, and we appreciate you both coming on. Next on the Rundown, more undercover video showing barbaric behavior on the part of a woman involved in selling dead baby body parts. A viewer warning, this is very, very disturbing stuff. And later, Bernie Goldberg on how the liberal press might react to a Biden versus Clinton race. The Factor is coming. Right back.